What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of C3 Comics. It's been a long time. I'm happy to be back. I appreciate you guys welcoming me into your home. I hope everybody's being safe during this COVID-19 situation we got going on. I stepped out today. I went and grabbed a couple of comics. My LCS had some comics. They gave me a call. So shout out to DJ's Cards and Comics. I appreciate you guys over there. Steve, Ben, Dave. You guys are the greatest, man. I really appreciate you. So I'm going to take this opportunity to share not only those comics that I picked up for New Comic Book Day this week, but also I'm going to show you some of the beautiful artworks and covers that I have collected since the end of last year, the beginning of this year. So it's nothing spectacular, just something that I think a lot of collectors, if you're new and you're getting into comics, just a few covers that I think you might possibly want to have in your collection. Just thought I'd share a couple of pieces that I have with you guys. So hopefully it's something that you see something you like, and maybe it'll inspire you and encourage you to probably go out and pick something up. Don't forget about your LCSs during this time. We try to show them as much love as possible because we really want them to be there when all this stuff dies down a little bit, right? So without further ado, we're going to jump right in. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because it does help. I know I've been gone for a while, but I'm not going nowhere. I am an essential worker, so I've been working a lot more. I'm still in school, and a lot of my classes are online now. So when I'm done for the duration of my day, I'm probably drained. You will catch me inside the chats from on other people's channel from time to time, just trying to show love to everybody, letting everybody know that that C3 is still here, and I still appreciate everything that this community does. Shout out to my boy Biggie Shaq. Comic Head 84, Just Rican. I miss you guys. But I'm still here, and I appreciate all you guys have done for me just to get me up to this point. Thank you for all my subscribers, to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. God Tank, I ain't forget about you, big boy. Much respect, and so let's do it. Enough with the rambling, right? Let's hop into it. So we know that DC put out a few comics this week. So I went and grabbed a couple from DC. All right. So I went and grabbed that Batman 89, and this is the third printing. Kind of like that semi-virgin type of thing, So I just had to make sure I get that to add to my collection. I know during this COVID-19 thing, one thing's for certain is I've definitely been able to save some money too. So I'm going to start going for one of my grails. There are a couple of grails out there that I'm interested in, and I definitely want to try to get my hands on one of them. So not everything has been bad during this coronavirus thing. Saving money is always a good thing. Plus, we've got some dreams and aspirations here in the household that we want to try to fulfill. So, Batman 89, third printing. Definitely had to get that. James Tynion the fourth. He was killing that before all this hit, and then he just got slowed down. All right. Also, we got that Journey to Joker War. We got Nightwing issue 70, and we got the second printing. Now this one is just a little bit different than the other one. This one is like more red. Yeah, this is like more red. The other one is like more purple. I don't know if you can see it over there behind me, off to my right. Yeah, so this one is more red. They added a red background to it, and this is that second printing. And this is when that Journey into the Joker War. So those are the two that I picked up. I was happy to get my hands on both of those. Right? Put those in the collection box. Now, I want to share with you guys a few from my PC. Nothing spectacular, just some covers, beautiful artwork, and I just want to just share these with you guys, if you allow, and we're going to jump right into it. Before I do, I don't know. Have you guys watched that movie Extraction? If you haven't seen that movie Extraction, definitely check that movie out because that is one solid movie. All right, check it out, Extraction. It's got Chris Hemsworth in there, the guy who plays Thor. A guy who plays Thor from the End Games. Yes, check out Chris Hemsworth in Extraction. Hemsworth in the movie Extraction, and check out that work he put in that movie. Yo, it's an excellent movie. Can't say enough about it. It's currently on Netflix, so if you haven't seen it, check it out. Extraction. Chris Hemsworth. He put in mad work in that. Dope movie. All right? So, we're going to jump in. So, one of my beautiful covers I like is my Spawn, issue number 300. My Spider-Man homage cover by Todd McFarlane. You know, a lot of people may say, like, this cover has been done a lot of times by many different artists, but it's something special when McFarlane does it. And, again, for his 300th comic issue achievement, you know, so this is a little more special than just having anybody else do a 300 homage cover. So I was really happy to get my hands on this. It's not about how much it's worth or anything. It's just the fact that McFarlane did it. And, again, it's for a 300th issue. And it is a homage to the original Spider-Man 300 that he himself also did. So that's what makes this one special and makes this one a real collector's item for me. This is one I definitely had to have in my collection. You too may want to add it to your collection as well. Check that out. That's just a beautiful cover. Spawn issue number 300. The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 300 homage cover. Just an awesome comic to have. Next up, this one's coming from Boom Studio. And I might have mentioned this to you guys before. But this one is my Red Mother, issue number 1, Nightmare on Elm Street Virgin variant. Right? And this one was limited to only 500 copies. And I was really happy to get my hands on this one. I love the artwork on this. I love how you see that creature coming over the head, the bed head. You know, this is definitely some spooky stuff that I just had to have. And I'm a big fan of Nightmare on Elm Street issue number the first episode, the first movie. I mean, a lot of the other ones were okay, but there's nothing like number 1. Number 1 was really the joint. You know, so Red Mother issue number 1, Nightmare on Elm Street variant, limited to 500. It's a must-have, a beautiful variant. Excellent. I hope you guys can see that. Boom Studios. Okay. Next up, another one from James Tynion. James Tynion the Fourth and David Epstein. They were killing it, you know, before all this COVID-19. I just love the colors in this one. And this is Year of the Villain, Hella Risen, issue number 3. First appearance of Punchline. But the artwork on this cover is just phenomenal. You know, I love the colors. I love the fusion of the reds, the yellows, and the oranges. The Joker's suit, like, look at the mask. You know, how they just laid there. Look at the colors, just like how the colors are just fused in. You know, so I really, really like this one. Happy to have this artwork in my collection. You know, and for those of you who don't know, if those of you who are new to collecting, you know, there are many different ways you can collect. You can collect for the read, you can collect for the first appearances, you can collect for the artwork. I mean, you can collect for a ton of different reasons. Me, I collect just solely based on the purpose of what I like and what makes me feel good. So it doesn't really matter to me what someone else has. More so than what I think is, what do I like? What appeals to me? You know, so whenever I encourage newcomers, I always tell them, yo, buy what you like. You know, if you're in it for the money, that's fine. That's all gravy. But me, I like to, sometimes I'll just come in here late nights and just pull comics out and just look at them. You know what I mean? Just become engulfed in the artwork. You know, and just stare at it and look at the detail and in the work that the artist put in to bringing that cover to life. You know, so and speaking about that, here's one that you can actually understand where I'm coming from. If you look at this one, this is Deceased issue number 1. See that? Look at the artwork in that. This is that John Gang, excuse me. That John Gang, Deceased, issue number 1 cover. And tell me that cover ain't fire. Like, I don't know. I don't even remember what I actually paid for it. Don't care. You know, but that artwork is fire, man. That artwork is absolute fire. That is one beautiful cover. Very, very creepy. Horrific. You know, it strikes me as it could be a modern version of the Joker. Sadistic. You know, you just peer into his eyes. You know, so this is one of those covers that I was definitely happy to add to my collection. I can just hear him laughing. You know, that famous Joker laugh. All right, so check this one out. This one is actually one that I was super excited to get, and I actually have it autographed too. So this one is autographed by my boy Donnie Cates as we move into Marvel. And this is Tradmore artwork, Silver Surfer Black, issue number 3. And I love the artwork on this, man. I just love the color pattern on this, man. It's just beautiful, man. And like I said, Donnie Cates signed it for me. I stood in line for a long time to get this comic book signed. Actually, I've got quite a few of them signed, but it was well worth it. You know, Donnie Cates, Trav Moore, you know, doing their Silver Surfer thing, Silver Surfer Black, bringing Noel back from outer universe. So this is a beautiful cover. Just look at those colors. Look at that. Trav Moore, he just does excellent artwork. When you read the comic, like his artwork really complements what Donnie Cates is writing about. They're two artists. They're an artist and a writer that go great together. All right. So also from Marvel, we have Wolverine issue number 1, and we have that Gabriel Delgado. This is that 1 in 50 variant. The Gabriel Delgado 1 in 50 variant. Just beautiful piece of artwork. I love her work. I love the line work, man. She's just so strong. You just see the confidence in the work that she puts out. Love it. Can't go wrong. Simple light blues. She took that blue and she worked wonders with it. And again, Wolverine issue number 1, Gabriel Delgado. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is that Midtown variant that I think a lot of people were talking about. I love this one. I love the white up in this, man. Like there's when you get a white cover that's as beautiful as this. I know people go crazy over the black covers, but I like white covers as well. That's just so nice. Like I said, you can just see the confidence in her artwork. Her line work is strong. It's magnificent. You can't really, you know, she's definitely one of my top 5 artists of modern comics. Wolverine issue number 1. Next up, we have the Amazing Spider-Man. And this is issue number 569. The Venom variant cover. That Adi Granov variant. You know, this is that first anti-Venom. Make sure you guys can get a good look at that. First anti-venom. I fell in love with this cover the first time I saw it. Had to have it. I have a Virgin cover of this also. But I figured I'd just show this one. It was easier to get to. The Adi Granov variant. First anti-venom. Just beautiful. A lot of artists they draw venom in a lot of different ways. This happened to be one of my favorite depictions of venom. Next up, we also have another Gabriel Delgado, and that is the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 800, the Delgado Virgin variant. And I think out of all of them, this might be the most expensive one right now, but like I said, it's not necessarily about dollar amount, but these are all covers that are affordable. I mean, you can easily get your hands on them, so it's not nothing that's out of reach for too many people. You know, save a couple of dollars here and there. You can definitely get your hands on it. But man, when I saw this one, I almost lost my breath, man. This is just beautiful. This is like one of the best depictions of Spider-Man that I've seen in a long time. Like I say, it takes a confident artist to put out a product like this. This is just beautiful. Gabriel Delgado, Virgin variant, The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 800. You know, this is that issue that when they came out, you could barely find one without the ripping of the spine and all of that other stuff. Like Marvel kind of took the cheap route and was using that flimsy paper. They put good work on flimsy paper, so it made it very, very difficult to find one. But I actually found one that was pretty much flawless. I do want to send that in and get it graded. So, but I just hope it comes back with the grade that I want, because like I said, there are not a lot of them out there, because a lot of those had busted spines on them. I don't care how many you picked up, they all had busted spines. All right, so we're coming down to the wire, and I want to show you guys the Avengers issue number 12. Hey man, here we go. Avengers issue number 12. This is that iconic Avengers Endgame with Iron Man wearing that Stark Tech glove. You know, when they need to make the snap. I just love the colors in this, man. And I was so hyped up on that Endgame joint, man. Listen, I just had to have it. I went to a Comic-Con shortly after the movie, and I found this literally for pennies. So if you think about how many comics I picked up while I was purchasing this one, this comic I actually only got for like 33 cents. So I was happy to have this. You know, 33 cents for an iconic comic and a beautiful cover. Avengers issue number 12. Stark Tech glove. Stark Tech. All right. Now, last but not least, it's a comic that I've had for a while now. It's inexpensive, but that's not why I love it. I love it because it is a very well drawn portrait of our guy, Stan Lee. Stan Lee issue number 1. I love this comic. Like, this is one of my favorite covers of all times. Just because it's Stan Lee. I never got the opportunity to meet him in person. I do have some comics that have his signature on there, but I purchased all those online, so I never got the opportunity to meet him. But this is just a comic that I like because it's a very nice depiction of who he was, you know. So I hope you guys like it. Yeah, that's it. So those are some covers, guys, that I just wanted to show you. I had gotten a few requests that people wanted to see what I got in my collection. I'll do some more videos. I'll show you guys some more books, show you what we're working with. I hope you like what I've shown you thus far. Again, I thank all my new subscribers, those of you guys helping me move the channel along, even though I'm moving at a slow pace. But, you know, in my world, I consider slow money to be better than no money. At the end of the day, slow motion is better than no motion at all. You know, so I'm not in a hurry to get anywhere. You know, so we'll get there when we get there. That's just how I look at it. But I just like I like comics, man. I love the comic community. I like what we all stand for. Everybody, each one teach one, pull each other up. Before we go, as always, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Everybody say see you later to your boy Stan Lee. All right? That's what's up. Remember, I'm your boy C3, and as always, we're going to keep it comics. Peace.